Hello to both of you and to everyone watching. I'm Scott, marketing man here at AgencyZoom, and I'm joined by our VP of Revenue, Kat.
Hello, hello, everyone.
Also with us today is John Gonzales of Key Partner Insurance.
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you?
So today we're going to be discussing a little bit about automation for the holidays. So to kick us off, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're hoping to achieve with this campaign and something about your agency, John?
First with the campaign, what we would really like is just have a nice automated touch point to all our policyholders. Wishing them a happy holiday. It's certainly been a tough year, and so just a nice little soft touch to end the year. Not asking for business, just reaching out and letting them know that we appreciate them and we're here for them. And then just a little about our agency. We're an independent agency in Southern California, LA County. We have an office in LA County, an office in Orange County. We've been an independent agency since 2013 and, just trying to grow every year.
Awesome. It sounds like you've got a lot of the right objectives, and I think we can move forward with that. Kat, show us what you got.
Yeah, so very excitingly, we came out with event automation, which is centered rather than the policy, like our lead automation or our onboarding or retain automation, a little bit different than each of those. Your event automation, John, is going to be centered around the contact. So that can be referral partnerships that you have that, with a loan officer, mortgage lender, you name it. That could be a realtor that you guys are close to. For right now, what we're going to focus on are your leads and your customers. And I've split those out a little bit for you too, because one of the things, and we've encouraged agencies to think about this as they build their automation, is that the agency owner doesn't step in front of the metaphorical lead bus, that you're not like intercepting that conversation that your producers are having. And I know you guys have a decent sized team, and you have your personal lines and your commercial lines going on, that there's enough of a relationship being built there with that expertise. So when we got into your automation, we built you out templates that are for Christmas, happy holidays. We left that broad, knowing that you are in LA and have, a whole host of people that live in LA celebrating Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, you name it. So we left it broad for you. And then we did New Year's as well. Obviously, California is still in a kind of state of shutdown, but I've been to LA, and I don't want to say I partook in it, but I know it's a bit of a party city. So I have a feeling that there may be here or there a couple high-rise apartments that were hosting a party, and you may or may not need to remind them about it. So we built that all out in your templates. And then where any agency is able to go use this information is in your lifecycle automation. And you'll notice we talked about prospecting here. Those are your leads. Your onboarding is for your customers through their first renewal, that first time that their effective to dates are going through. And then events is what's brand new. And you may or may not have gone through this part yet, John. Have you snuck around at events yet? Okay, that's right.
Thank you for...
So we built you your automation in here, and I'm going to actually start kind of backwards to what we're looking at. I'm going to start here at the bottom because the automated email that happens on Christmas is the first one that I wanted to show you. You can see here, wishing you the happiest of holidays, a nice little message from you guys as the agency owner team. You're going to notice too, this is for all contacts, and it is coming out from the agency owner. So we aren't, because this isn't just the lead bus, we're not like getting in the way of that. We're just sending out the generic, widespread well wishes, the good touch point to have that relationship.
Yeah, for those kinds of sentiments that aren't going to elicit an immediate response or an immediate question or an immediate work within the context of a sale, it's always nice to send from the agency owner.
Perfect.
Yep. So we did that. And then we included some tips around candles, tree, driving prep, like you name it. I can definitely abbreviate some of your guys' driving prep. As you read through this, you're like, God, nobody in LA drives anywhere. We can absolutely check in on that, but that's scheduled to go out the day of Christmas. And when we start to think of what resonates with people, if you send a canned holiday content and it's kind of, teed up on December 15th, the 20th, you name it, it feels all the less thoughtful if you really don't connect it to the particular day. And somebody is, in all honesty, probably going to open this, see the message, see it's from you guys, and then kind of move on. But that's okay. We just want that little what's it called? Dopamine boost. We just want that
Right.
pop of happiness, because to Scott's point, we don't want it to elicit a huge response here. We want it to just be the little burst of happiness. So initially looking at this, any questions or anything that you would want to get into or feedback even on this that you have?
No, I mean, it's something we can edit a little bit of the font, like in the, instead of the team, we can make it more personalized from our specific team. I just don't know if it throws off like margins or size of the image or, okay.
If you guys ever want to edit things that are in your templates, we give you a great starting point in your template, and you guys have that in here. And then as you come down, they're organized between leads at the top, then customers, and then contacts. So this is the new category that you have. And you have a couple different ones you could pick here too. I did add Merry Christmas there for you. And there's a Happy Holidays one that is more insurance specific even. And then I did this one knowing that you guys were personal and commercial lines, that I didn't want it to be too commercial or too personal.
While it's mentioned, I know we'll get the question. Christmas is important to a lot of people, especially in this industry, saying Merry Christmas. And a lot of people are like on the line of, am I allowed to say it? Should I not say it? Should I keep broad? And one general rule we wrote about in a blog article, you can check it out on our blog, or just to summarize, is that there's nothing wrong with saying Merry Christmas. There's nothing wrong with expressing your holiday. When you have these huge groups of people, it's always good to include inclusive language as well. So Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. You can say both in one breath, and it's not taking away anything from the Merry Christmas to add and Happy Holidays to the end. If you're in a small rural town that doesn't have a lot of diversity, just Merry Christmas can be fine. If you're a bigger agency with a big book of business and lots of different customers from different backgrounds, I'd recommend including that and Happy Holidays at the end of Merry Christmas if you still want to say it.
For sure.
Yeah, your guys' Christmas one I'm fond of it just because it's aesthetically pretty. And Scott makes fun of me all the time for this. He's like, Kat, not everything has to be pretty, but this one's nice. And
I like it.
Yeah, it's just very straightforward. So if you want even this one trimmed up a little bit for you where it says Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays here, let me know. Same thing. It's as easy once you have all of your templates, which you do. It's as easy in your lifecycle automation as going into your events. And to change it, all you would do is click here. You click on your edit. And you just go here and you pick the Merry Christmas simple one. And then you have this one.
Cool.
So yeah, if you choose that you want to swap it out, super easy. I've added a couple of them in there so that you did have those options.
I think looking at those two, the biggest difference between them that I see is this is a very Christmas card. This is even more personal than the other one. It looks almost like a Christmas card. It looks like something that you'd receive in the mail from friends or family. And I think that's important. There's a lot of value there. The other one has something else that is very strong as well. That is those tips and tricks at the bottom, which show that thoughtfulness you're putting in while also expressing your expertise on the topic. If you sold someone on an auto policy and they haven't yet gone to you for home or something like that, giving them those tips, adding that value when they are looking for a home policy makes it so that you're already the expert on that in their mind.
Got it.
Yep. So there's kind of trade-offs on each one. One of the things, though, that I didn't want you guys to have to do the trade-offs on is, like I said, my favorite thing. I'm like Miss Frizzle in a school bus here, the magical lead bus. I split out your texts for Christmas Day.
Okay.
Or the day before Christmas, so I should say technically Christmas Eve. So we have our contacts with active leads, and then we have our contacts with active policies, aka our customers.
Okay.
So when we come in here and look at this one's high contact first name. We're going to be out of the office this afternoon and tomorrow. Is there anything I can help with prior to heading out? And you'll notice this is coming from the selling producer because it's going to a lead and it's moving the mark a little bit. You don't want to have to change your lead automation with all the seasonality. We want that process to stay consistent because that's your sales process. We don't want to interrupt that. But we do still want automation to truly be like a safety net to your process and an enabler of the things that you guys know you should do, but sometimes we forget. So this is the way to be time sensitive, appropriate to it, and to keep it sales oriented and everything to the sort.
That's awesome.
So yeah, and it's gonna, like I said, come out from your selling producer. It's your text just for leads. Customers that we have a different one, so I'm gonna click save on that. When we go into our customers one here, text for customers, you'll notice what I left here blank because I need to get it from you is, hi, contact first name, our hours for the holidays are, and then your little disclaimer that almost everybody needs to use anytime you're having, communication with someone that they may send you something at the last minute. Please remember you cannot change your bind coverage without talking to a licensed agent. It's one of those CYBs.
Yeah.
So you guys can come in and update this right here and put, what your office hours are going to be for all of the holidays. You could just put in your Christmas Eve and Christmas hours, anything to that nature.
So we're going to be closed Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Okay. So our hours for the holiday, we will be let's see. Let's change this a little bit then.
Are you open on New Year's?
We're going to be open till noon New Year's Eve.
Because you could use that same language. You could say Christmas Eve closed, Christmas closed, New Year's open until 8 to noon.
Right. Yeah. Like 8 to noon on New Year's Eve.
There you go.
That's perfect.
So now that's already queued up, and we're not going to have to resend that now. So the nice part is we've got our 2 texts out of the way. You're not in the lead bus world. This is coming from agency owners still because it is going out to customers and everything. So we can go ahead and update this template, but you're only going to really be intercepting customer communication, and you're only going to be doing it once.
Got it.
Keeping you out of the line of fire here. And then the thing that's important around your New Year's email is, and people kind of forget about this because we take New Year's Day off, but that's because the night before we didn't get much sleep. Or another, we're a little busy. So in here, when you send this one out, the day of is a little different. Like Christmas, it's that dopamine hit that you get on Christmas Day when you open up your email and you see like, oh, I got an email from someone I actually know. New Year's is much more about preparedness, thoughtfulness, and helping them go through whatever they're doing. So we're doing 2 days before, because the day before New Year's is New Year's Eve. That's the big risky night. And we want to make sure we're ahead of that, even in that somebody sees it. So this is for all contacts. It's a value add email and a cover your butt one. So again, all contacts coming from the agency owner, New Year's Eve template, and you can swap that out just as easy with other templates if you like. It's got the Happy New Year's on here. This is from the agency team. You can see that when it's not highlighted in the yellow. That's just showing you it's an adaptive field. Kind of cheeky, knowing that you guys are in LA and that you have a pretty upbeat crowd there. Yeah. A little cheeky. And then you'll notice here too, this is the Ubers and Lyfts and taxis content, business owners and hosts. So if this goes to a current client, that's commercial cool. Or personal, being that your book is split, it's applicable. If it goes to a lead, because remember, this one is all contacts. If it goes to a lead, this is still a conversation starter around, right. Did your current agent talk to you about these things? Are you covered on these types of things? You name it. That's all, encased in here. Awesome. And then this adaptive field down here does route it back that if somebody calls right through that hyperlink to the phone number, it's going to go to the agency location phone number. Great. Rather than your personal phone number, even though it's coming from agency owner. Because again, we
appreciate that.
Don't want that. I don't imagine that you want a lot of direct calls on New Year's Eve yourself. So yeah, that's what we've put together so far for you. And like I said, more than happy to help you like customize and tailor this stuff further, but was really excited to get like the full flow built out in the
awesome.
area that you were hoping to.
Yeah, that's really good. I mean, it's all the points that you make, it being inclusive and, a little bit of risk management on our side and just much more of a soft touch point is kind of exactly what I would be looking for at this time of the year for this automation. So yeah, no, I'm pretty comfortable with how you have it all set up. I would probably just for our client base use the Happy Holidays format on the Christmas touch. I just think that there's enough diversity in our book that that's probably the better way to go.
Yep. You guys are set up with this Happy Holidays, and then there's also another Happy Holidays one in here that we can insert your logo here, and it's got some content and stuff in it too.
Oh, interesting.
And it comes out from the agency owner, and it ends with its letter. So again, it kind of depends on how you want to like have it feel. The one is a nice, clean, like that dopamine hit is right there, that you have the little, imagery and then the little message right off the get-go, and then your facts and stuff. The other one is facts first, and then the little hit of dopamine.
I like the layout of this one better. I would say I do wish there was a little spot to embed a small logo if possible.
I could do that for you.
Just to help,
we can build that brand a little bit
for you if you like.
Yeah, just because sometimes people are visual and might not really read through it, but at least they'll see it and know it's from us.
Absolutely.
I can do that very easily for you. I'll go into your templates. I'll work on adding that in there for you, and you'll be all good. I'll send you an email once I've added that in there for you.
Awesome.
And as long as you feel good about it going, probably right here, there's almost a little.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yep.
Awesome. I will get that in there. I know you may, it doesn't look like from my access that you have a logo saved. Oh. So I'll grab a logo for you. It might be.
I can upload it if there's a place to upload it. I must have missed that. So.
You're okay. If you haven't been playing in your template editor, you probably don't have a lot of files stored up in there yet anyway. So that's
right. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. I've kind of just used what you guys have built and made a little bit of changes on the ones that we have on. Certainly we've talked in our office about enhancing what we have going out and a couple more touches in the life cycle, the ones that are like flagged for follow-up down the road, just some more educational touches. But no, I haven't been able to spend as much time in the template editor as I would hope to, nor am I very good at it, which is fun.
Well, when you get behind the scenes, it looks real wonky and real crazy real quick. So if you ever end up there and you have any mistakes, make sure you just click out of your source code and you can end up there. Also, we have thousands of agencies on the platform at this point. So if you ever get to like a creative roadblock, let us know. We can get you connected to somebody that's not in your own backyard. I know you mentioned you're part of the SIA group, so you have a lot of friends probably that are more than happy to lean in and help too, but we're always available. I'm sure. Like I
certainly could use any creative help available, that's for sure.
We would love it. So I also want to like shout out that you were the first agency that volunteered out of the Facebook group. Everybody else has always been a little bashful and has filled out a form here or there, or already knows us a little bit. And I want to like give a full round of applause for the fact that I was like, hey, does anybody want to do and need some help with their holiday stuff? And you like stepped up to the plate and raised your hand. And I'm like, hell yeah. Okay, cool. That was awesome. I hope it encourages other agents to, participate in content labs, that it like demystifies that this isn't necessarily like a scary experience or anything crazy like that.
Yeah. So no, I mean, no one knows this system better than you guys. And so anytime we can get, I mean, I've had a call with Tolga, I've used your chat a bunch of times. And so anytime we can get help straight from the source, I certainly don't want to pass that up. So thank you.
Yeah.
We'd love to provide it. Yeah. If anyone else is watching this right now and you're like, man, how can I get involved in this? This looks so cool. Kat was saying, people want to get involved. Down below this video, you'll find a link leading off to a form you can use to sign up for Content Labs. Tell us a little bit about what you're struggling with, what you're having creative roadblocks with, and we'll see if we can't help you out on here next month.
Yeah, John, anything you want to give as feedback to agencies or even as AgencyZoom as your sign-up message?
We brought you guys into our office, I don't know how else to put it, like in April, because when COVID started, like I kind of made the commitment that we were going to leave the quarantine period, which I thought would be done by now, with some like new tools and new things that will help us in our business. And I can tell you from a lead management standpoint, adding you guys in and the way that your system syncs with everything else that we have has been probably the best thing we've done this year. So I thank you guys. you guys are giving agencies like ours the deal of all deals for the cost versus benefit. And so, I really appreciate you guys. You guys have really made our office better. I have no other way to tell you that other than on this, but
Thank
just
you.
our lead process and a structured onboarding and all of the things that, like, as owners, we kind of generally have like a list of things we'd like to address, and not always the time or even really the know-how, like on the creative side. And so you guys have really done a great job with this, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much for the feedback. I love that we're like the best thing to happen this year, but I look forward to like maybe being the best thing to happen in a better year than 2020. As our last agency of 2020 for Content Labs, like John, thank you so much for joining. I hope this time next year we're saying the same thing that we kicked 2021's ass to, and that the agency continues to do well, and we're always happy to be available and help with anything else we can do.
Awesome. Thank you guys for your time. I appreciate it.
And thank you. Have a happy holidays for everyone watching. Thank you guys for sticking along for the whole ride. If you are interested in seeing more of these emails, again, check out down below.
Awesome. Have a good day, guys.
Thanks, guys.